Hello everybody and welcome to Titanium Security Arena for this pre-season clash between the Adelaide 36ers and the Cairns Taipans. My name's John Casey and I'm with a legend of the NBL, Mark, the chairman of the boards, Davis, joining me in commentary. Great to have you along, Put.
Thank you very much, Case. I'm so excited about the 2018-19 season.
It's going to be a great season, isn't it? We've got so many teams that are loaded, and Adelaide, well, again, they look as though they're doing okay with the resources they have, coming off an NBL Blitz win, undefeated in 3 games.
Well, you know, Adelaide, Joey, I give Joey credit and all the rest of it. Whenever it's game time, Joey get these guys up ready to play, regardless of not preseason or main season. So we're expecting some great things from the Sixers this year.
Of course, they've retooled and we've got a couple of new imports to look forward to. Jacob Wiley here wearing number 24. He's been outstanding so far.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to have a lot of look at him, but he looks like a tremendous athlete. He's a big body too, so he looked like he might can go inside the post as well as do some stuff on the perimeter as well.
And Idris DeLeon, who's going to run the point, taking over from Shannon Shorter. Well, he's been there, done that before. We know he's an exciting commodity.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, I think this is going to be a very, very close season this year if you was to judge anything by the preseason.
The starting fives tonight for the Cairns Taipans: Mello Trimble, Devon Hall, Rob Lowe, DJ Newbill, the former New Zealand breaker, and Alex Loughton, who had such a fantastic season last year. He's getting up in age and playing his 11th season this season, but Alex is still getting it done.
Yes, he is. Listen, those are very durable big guys and all the rest of it, and obviously he must be taking care of himself and doing the things you got to do when you get a little older, but he's still getting it done, and he's definitely a tremendous asset to that group.
The Adelaide 36ers starters tonight on a game with Sobey, Ramon Moore, Anthony Drimmick, Daniel Johnson and Jacob Wiley. As we get set for the opening tip, and Rob Lowe, the former New Zealand breaker, wins the tip. And Mello Trimble on the Taipans has control. They go down low. Low from close range comes up with the opening score.
That's a good first look and all the rest of it. Getting the ball inside. Guys are moving.
What can the 36ers come up with in their initial play phases? Daniel Johnson, so influential for the Boomers recently. And open look as well. Nice finish from Drimmick, who's really on song, Drimmick. 28 points against the Wildcats in Ballarat on Saturday. He is going to step up this year. I think we're going to see a lot more from him this season.
You know, the thing is, watching Adelaide play, they can give you a lot of different looks. So you got guys who can get up and defensively, up and in, and make you play the game a little bit faster. But they also got guys that could rebound and run. And so they spread the floor very, very well. And they got guys who know how to stop and pop. So they're going to cause a lot of problems to the league.
Trimming down low, Daniel Johnson working against Lowe, trying to thread the needle. Nice hands there from Rob Lowe, knocks it down. Cairns come forward, Trimble with support, Hall, and he's an athletic conveyance as well. And Devon Hall comes up with his first score.
He reminds me a little bit of you, Case.
He's got me well and truly covered, I would suspect, Devon Hall, but he is going to be a great addition to the NBL. Here's Ramon Moore, speaking of people who can get it done. Rattles around the rim, wouldn't fall. DJ Newbill, really like his game with the New Zealand Breakers last year. Averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. But his ability to want the ball in a clutch situation and score match-winning buckets, well, that was exciting to watch. Shot clock rolls to single numbers here. Trimble, long way from home. Loughton trying to post up Drimmick. Trimble decides to go solo, can't connect. And
that's
Wiley
good defense for Adelaide. Good defense.
Sobey takes on Newbill. Now feeds Johnson, working on Low. Australia versus New Zealand, and with a left hand, great extension.
Yeah. Daniel is such a versatile player. He can get you inside and outside.
Adelaide take the lead for the first time in the game. 4. A little over 2 minutes played here. Trimble, highly credentialed. Again left open, can't connect. Wiley had the rebound, couldn't control it. Ball trickles out of court. 36ers will get possession.
I'm expecting some real big things out of Moore this year. He had such a tremendous year last year, and I thought he was such an asset to Adelaide. So hopefully he can bring all that this year together, because I think they're going to definitely need him to have that same type of year that he had, and he can do that.
He had so many standout games, Ramon Moore. Career high 27 on 11 of 16 field goals in the win against New Zealand. Almost single-handedly carried the team. And Nathan Sobey gets it done. Chance of a three-point play here. And we're expecting Sobey's going to hit his game a little more, even though he's right up at the top echelon at the moment.
Sobey and all the rest of it can do a lot of things. A tremendous athlete. Tremendous athlete. I think he gives them so many different looks. So expecting some good things out of him.
Had a tournament best of 14 points at the Blitz against Sydney. Adelaide undefeated at the Blitz, beating Melbourne by 10, Sydney by 7, Perth by 18 in their final game to claim the Loggins Bruton Cup. And they've got things by 4. Played almost 3 minutes here. And Johnson takes them on. He's hard to the rack.
That's a man move inside. Man move.
So looking for the and ones here. Joey Wright's always preaching defense, 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 but you have to love the way his teams get out and run.
No. You know, the thing is, right, they open the floor up, and most of the Adelaide players and all the rest of it is good one-on-one players, so they can all beat you off the dribble. So they can cause a lot of headaches for a lot of teams and all the rest of it if you're not defensively ready for them.
So Adelaide out by 7 points after Cairns had DJ Newbill, stops and pops. That's a nice finish under pressure.
Yeah, it is. I think Adelaide's doing a decent job making them play for the perimeter a lot. So if they can keep them from getting the ball inside, because at the moment that's where Cairns is getting all their points from.
It's Ramon Moore elevating from the foul line, knocking down another 2.
Billy's finest. Billy's finest. That's my homeboy.
That's yours.
All right.
See, there's some reasonable 76ers getting around at the moment as well.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Very exciting. Here's Newbill. Speaking of exciting. Oh, straight out there. Wiley's got some voice going as well. Oh, that's lovely stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Get out of here. Not today. Not today.
I mean, Jacob Wiley effectively is coming in to replace Mitch Creek, and that's a hard man to replace.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
He's making all the right noises at the moment. Yeah. How about the left-handed Devon Hall with a step back?
That looked kind of serious there.
They've got a great player there in Devon Hall. Second-round draft pick with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Played in the Summer League. Here's Moore, worried out of the points. Cairns can't control it, though. Adelaide will restart.
Adelaide's doing a good job of mixing it up, getting it inside and out. So they're keeping Cairns a little bit on their toes a little bit. So not being one-dimensional.
Sobey with it. It's down low. Johnson enjoys the mismatch here at the moment. He'll want some space to operate in as he goes to work on Devon Hall. Forced into a pass, and it's deflected by Loughton out of court. Adelaide has got 4 on the shot clock. Great to see Hungry Jacks back involved with the National Basketball League. Chemist Warehouse re-signing again in the last 48 hours.
Fantastic.
Done a great job, the NBL head office. Now, Johnson forced to fire up a tough one with the shot clock about to expire. Comes up empty, not surprisingly. And a chance for Jared Kenny, who's checked into the game, the Kiwi international. Hall, baseline, outside. Newbill got a good look and knocks it down. He turned around to advise the fans, did you see that, and do you want some more?
That is very, very good ball movement. That's in and out stuff. Hard to defend that.
Good fight back from the Taipans here. They close to within 2 with possession. It's a 7-2 run at the moment for the Taipans in the last 2 minutes. And they go to Mitch Young, working on Drinick with a height advantage. Just did enough to force him away from the bucket. The Taipans who...
It's another mismatch. Daniel got to take that one.
Oh, Wiley mishandled it. Mitch Young's got it. It's Devon Hall in support. Sobey's got some work to do. He's athletic and difficult. But Mitch Young, nice.
It's a good finish.
Good finish. Well, they lock it away at 13 apiece. So a good fight back after they were down 4-11 for the Taipans. And Adelaide just losing their way a little bit at the offensive end here. Here's DJ firing over Newbill. A user-friendly role for DJ.
They needed that one.
So Adelaide by 2. A little over 4 minutes out from quarter time. Kenny. Oh, the pass knocked down. Sobey's got it. Here's more.
This is where Adelaide is tough.
Johnson, offensive foul. The two's going to be waved away. Excellent D from the Taipans.
Yes, it is. Great defense. Adelaide had the numbers.
So Loughton will get a rest here. Harry Frolling's going to check in for Adelaide as well, as Wiley goes to the bench. Veselovic checks in for the Taipans, a development player filling in at the moment. The Taipans without Lucas Walker, a former Adelaide player, and Dexter Koenig-Drew as well, both out injured. I spoke with Mike Kelly pre-game. He's hopeful that they're back for the opening game of the season. Of course, the NBL tips here in Adelaide, Thursday the 11th of October, and at the same time a game in New Zealand on the opening night. But ahead of that, the 36ers are heading to the USA.
No, what a great experience for the team, and also too for the league itself. I think it's absolutely going to be fantastic over there.
I'm going to get there a week before their clash with Joe Ingles' Utah Jazz, and I'll get to see the Jazz play Toronto. Speaking with Joey Wright pre-game, very excited about getting the group together, bonding the team, obviously with the new faces, and we're seeing Adris De Leon check into the game here. Here's Drimmick, use of the armbar, and he's drawn a foul.
It's a good, strong move to the basket by Drimmick. And that's the thing about when they got guys that can beat you off the dribble. They great in transition. They just got so many looks that they can actually beat you with.
Chip in, nice hands coming there from Harry Froling.
Froling got the big fella.
Jossie's dad, Shane, you would have played against Shane.
Yeah, Shane, that's right. He beat me up a few times.
You don't get much change from
No,
Shane Froling,
right.
do you?
You're exactly right.
You're going to earn it. Well done, Mitch Young, keeping that alive, but look at the hustle from Drimmick as he deflects it out of court.
Great defense, scramble defense.
Anthony Drimmick, 28 points, 5 assists. He was 10 of 11 from the free throw line in the win over Perth as well on Saturday. And he's such a competitor. We know we haven't seen the best of him yet, but now in the Australian team as well. And I'm excited about what Anthony Drimmick's going to bring to the table this season.
Yeah. You know, and I think he hit the nail on the head. He is such a competitor. And, you know, he doesn't take a back step for anybody.
Nice finish from Mello Trimble. And back to a 2-point ball game. A little under 3 minutes out from quarter time. Jack McVeigh into the game. Majuk Deng, baseline, saw a mismatch, took on Jared Kenny. And draws the foul. And over the limit now, the Cairns Taipans. So free throws to come. Good recognition there from Majuk Deng. He's the man who wants to score, and he will find a way to score. Yes, yes, yes.
He got that mentality. He's got that mentality that I can get it done.
Particularly in that semi-final series, the game 2, or sorry, the grand final series, game 2 here in Adelaide, he had 18 points when Josh Childress injured his arm. Someone needed to step up, and Majuk Deng said, well, I'm your man.
You're exactly right. And Adelaide was like that. You know, no matter who Joey went to at any stage of the game and all the rest of it, seemed like those guys was all ready to play. So that's a great lesson from young people that's watching the game, is that stay ready. You never know when the coach going to call you up, and those guys stay ready.
Veselovic down low, worried out of the points by good D from Froling. Quick outlet pass, Majuk Deng just had a little too much heat on it. Don't want to discourage that type of play, but just a little too long with the pass.
Yes. That's what LA can do, though. They can rebound and run. They can get out in the transition, open floor, and cause a lot of problems for teams.
It's a little over 2 minutes out from quarter time. Adelaide with a 4-point edge. They forced the error. De Leon.
It looked like they played a 1-2-2 full-court defense and all the rest of it. So
look at the penetration from Anthony Drimmick as he adds another 2. A timeout called here by the Taipans. A little over 2 minutes out from quarter time, and the Adelaide 36ers have edged out to a 6-point advantage at 21-15. But look at Drimmick go to work. So far, saw Adelaide lead by 7 after 3 minutes. Then Cairns had their momentum shift and got back to level at 13 apiece. Right. Their system, but it's exciting to watch. And a good crowd in the house as well tonight. Of course, tonight's game doubling as the official season launch for the 36ers, but also for the Adelaide Lightning.
The NBL as well, and for the men's team too. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. And I wish the Lightning all the best this season. They look like they got a young squad, but I think they're going to give it a good shot.
Well, they've recruited very well. They picked up Steph Blitzarves from Dandenong, two-time championship winner and a club captain and MVP last season.
Yes.
To get her across is outstanding. And Chris Lucas, the coach, who's at the moment at the World Championships with the Opals as an assistant. We know what a fine coach he is.
Yes,
just
he
attracts good talent. And they missed the finals by 1 game last year in the WNBL. This year they want to make sure they get to the playoffs. Yeah. Shot clock of single numbers here for Idris Deleon.
No,
shaking and baking. Can't complete it though.
Put him in a pressure cooker.
90 seconds out from quarter time. Deleon drimming. They can't stop him at the moment. He threw it down and missed.
We got to see that again. Did he give it to him? He didn't give it to him. Hello.
Oh, Anthony Drimming.
Wow.
What a play.
Wow.
There's Devon Hall dancing into the paint. And now on the retreat. Shot clock to 6. Melo Trimble needs to get busy. It's going to have to go up quickly. They get it to Young from close range. Good D there from Jack McVeigh. How about Anthony Drimming? Swinging upstairs.
Get it to him. Hello. And they starting the posters early this year.
Nice finish from Anthony Drimming. There's Kwani with it. Now low against Deng. Well, his passes off the mark. Evan Hall did well to keep it alive, only as far as McVeigh tees. He's got Deleon in support. Now Deng, who gets the open 3. Can't complete it. McVeigh keeps it alive. In the paint, wants help. Tees is there. Short-armed it. Loose ball in the World Cup qualifier.
I ain't know Drimming's had those kind of hops, man.
Well, he showed, came up with a massive block in the game against Kazakhstan in Bendigo, and I hadn't seen that in his repertoire before, but I hope to see it a lot more.
That's right. Well, he showed that he can do it.
So Harry Froling knocks down the extra there, and all of a sudden Adelaide enjoy a double-figure lead, and they're about to get some more Deng.
There you go. That's Adelaide at his best.
Oh, it's all unravelled here for the Taipans. Adelaide on a 14-2 run in the last 2 minutes. And eventually Rob Lowe puts a stop to things. Last play of the opening quarter falls to Adelaide, and Idris Deleon looking to make something happen. Wide open Kiwi at the moment. Needs to get it happening now. Wanted the pass, it's batted down. Couldn't get it to McVeigh. They come up empty on the quarter-time buzzer, but an entertaining first quarter concludes here with Adelaide enjoying a double-figure lead. Deng's dunk on the back of Drimming's dunk, and at the end of the first quarter, Adelaide enjoy a 20. The score will update in just a moment, but officially inside 27-17 is the score, and as I speak, there you go. Trust you're enjoying our live stream here on the Adelaide 36ers Facebook page. I noticed the Cairns Taipans tweeting out to their fans to get a look at their team as well. So I'll note all the Queenslanders enjoying our coverage, and no doubt plenty of people here in South Australia as well. So much hype around the NBL at the moment, and the WNBL Adelaide Lightning being introduced to the fans here. And as I mentioned, they've done very well this year in picking up Steph Blitzarves, who was a Commonwealth Games gold medalist as well. And Nina Davidson coming across from New Zealand, and they are going to be in the mix this year. But so much talent in the WNBL as well.
Yes, they are. I mean, the thing is, Chris Lucas, I'm sure, is going to get the most out of these ladies. And the one thing I always say about Chris's team, they're going to always be competitive, no matter wherever he goes. And these ladies, I believe,
a lot to look for against Argentina, and tonight they face Turkey. The winner goes directly through to the quarterfinals, so first big test for them. But speaking of good coaches, I know you and your Mark Davis basketball camps are very wildly popular here in South Australia, and you'll be running one again coming shortly.
Yes, so our campus from the 7th to the 11th at Emmanuel College, and we got some great kids coming through. We got kids that also, too, it's about getting young people involved in the game early. So we got young kids who never played the game all the way through to kids to the elite level. And we get coaches from all over. We get coaches such as Butch Hayes, Willie Simmons, all the old school kids come on down and pass their knowledge down to our young group, and we're very excited about them.
Dang, underway in the second quarter. Oh, stand by. Oh. We're going to see better than that, but that's not bad.
Yeah.
So starting to have an influence. Majuk Deng had 4 points in the opening quarter. Here's Rob Lowe. Just been able to get Cairns out of their comfort zone so far, but they left Rob Lowe open. He helps himself to the three.
I agree. You know, the thing is, when you watch the Adelaide team play, they put so much pressure on you above the three-point line, so they make you play the game a little bit further out than when you want to play it at. And I think that's just where defensively where Adelaide is at. Joey going to always have his teams playing some D. I know they can score, but they get up and down on you and make you play the game a little differently than you want to play.
And is that the key to success for Adelaide this year, is being able to play defence on a consistent basis? We know they can score, and there's more evidence of it there.
And you know, the thing is, I think they play better. When they're going defensively, I think it sparks their offense. So when Adelaide put it together defensively, I think offensively they become a lot more better, and it's so much more tougher because they score so many points through their defense, you know. Their defense created a lot of opportunities for them.
Foul called on Adelaide, and we're going to see Fabian Krsilovic go to the free throw line. An opportunity for these development players with the injuries in the Taipans team at the moment, just to perhaps sell themselves to the coach and say, you know, I'm ready to go whenever you need.
You got to be ready, man. You want that opportunity, here it is. You got to be ready to take advantage of it.
And you touched on it before. Joey Wright has this ability as well to have his players in the right frame of mind, ready to go whenever their number's called.
You know, have your battle and all the rest of it is all upstairs. So you got to be ready. So all these young kids, like I said before, be ready to go no matter what level you playing on. When coach call you up, no matter whether or not you're in the game or not, be ready to play.
Good hands there from DJ Newbill as he knocks it away from Brendan Tees. 9 on the shot clock now for the Adelaide 36ers. Newbill, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists on average for the Breakers last year. He's played in Belgium, France, Turkey, all around the world. Here's McVeigh firing with 5 on the shot clock. Caught it short while he tried to keep it alive. Beaten to the rebound, and now Newbill. Confronted by Brendan Tees, likes his chances, takes on Brendan Tees, draws the foul. Mike Kelly, the new head coach of the Taipans after being an assistant with Melbourne United. So certainly looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. Was known as a defensive specialist, but was a grand final MVP, and he could turn it on offensively when it was necessary.
Yes, you're exactly right. Mike Kelly was such a tremendous player and all the rest of it. It's good to see him and all the rest of it doing his thing in the league. And yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic to see Mike out here coaching and doing his thing. That's good stuff by Cairns.
Here's DJ Newbill making room for the shot, just elbowed Sobey out of the way and adds another 2. Good job there from DJ Newbill. And Joey Wright's seen enough for the moment. Almost 2 minutes played here in this second period. Adelaide by 10, which is where they started the term. But the Taipans just starting to get some control of the game, and Joey wants to sit down with his team and talk about it. Adelaide and Cairns have had some great regular season battles in the National Basketball League, and we look forward to them. Their first clash is going to be in round 3 when Adelaide heads up to Cairns. But the one I'm looking forward to, is going to be just before Christmas on the 22nd of December when Cairns come here for the first time. We saw last year was on Christmas Eve, and the Taipans came here and won by plenty. It was 19 points, Adelaide's biggest loss of the year, 94-75. And that was a wake-up call for Joey Wright team as well, because after that,
a little bit off guard. But the one thing I say about all of Joey's teams that he's had since he's been here in Adelaide, when they backs are against the wall and they come down off a loss, they always seem to put it back together and get back on track very, very shortly. So that's a credit to Joe.
Yeah, well, 3-time Coach of the Year,
yes.
championship winner, you know, with Brisbane as well. Just a great character to have around the NBL as well.
Yeah.
He lets you know
doesn't
what he
miss a word, right?
You know where you stand. So 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Adelaide enjoying an 8-point advantage at the moment. Ooh, wow, it looked like an offensive foul, and that's the way the referee's seen it as well. So after scoring the first bucket of this quarter, Adelaide just coming up empty.
Yeah.
Offense at the moment.
I do like Adelaide's spacing. I think their spacing has been absolutely fantastic. They got some good space. They space the floor very, very well.
A crowd in the vicinity of 2,000 here at the Titanium Security Arena. Trust you're enjoying our coverage wherever you are watching. Got Mark Davis, the chairman of the boards, here with me. The commentary, 3-time championship winner, was a grand final MVP as well, and competition MVP in '87. Also did a lot with the state league here in South Australia. Look at Tees go to, just lost a handle under pressure.
Yeah, that one.
And has coughed it up. And we'll get that a little later. I wanted to ask you about that work you put in with South Adelaide.
You're making me blush, big fella.
Oh, we could talk all night about your exploits. That is the truth.
We go back a long way,
none
chap.
better. We do. I've seen it all. And it was pretty. I got to say, I don't think it was pretty for your opponents, because they were like, look, how did that happen? How did this happen?
We had a lot of good times back then.
Great to have Ken Cole involved with the 36ers again, as well as the president of the club. Here's Johnson to the elbow, firing. One on the shot clock. Nice finish.
Good looking shot.
Adelaide by 10. Minutes played. Now Ramon Moore. He has a great handle and is probably going to do a little more ball carrying duties this season as well. But interesting that Joey not showing all his cards, nor did many of the teams at the Blitz, I think, as well. We saw in the opening game, Drimmick didn't play. In the last, DeLeon starting from the bench.
Yeah, tuned in all the rest of so coaches to experiment, see what they got, giving guys run that may not get the same as many minutes during the course of the season, but you get a chance to find out what this player can do under certain different circumstances. So it's always a great job and all the rest of it in the preseason when coaches can have a look and see exactly who can do what.
Newbill gets it back. They gave him some space to operate in. Now Kenny looks to penetrate on Tees with a left hand, worried out of the points. Thornton running. He has the 2. Margin out to a game high 14 in favour of the Sixers. Kenny had the 3, but elects to go inside to his New Zealand Tall Blacks teammate Rob Lowe. Newbill shakes Tees, confronted by Ramon Moore, who was good on the recovery. 3 on the shot clock. Newbill fires, caught it short. Sobey, and they run again, Adelaide. Tees with it, Moore to his left, gets it now. And Sobey, the trailer, with a 3.
Yes. Great look, great patience. Catching that trailer coming down the floor, that was very, very good patience by Adelaide.
Hardly looks like a pre-season game at the moment. They're so in sync, Adelaide. Timeout called by the Taipans. And Adelaide by 17 in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. It's 13 points to 6 in Adelaide's favour, expanding on their 10-point quarter-time lead, given this 17-point edge at the moment. Of course, coming up before the NBL season, I mentioned we've got the Australian teams playing the NBA teams, and it's going to be fantastic that all those games are going to be shown live on ESPN here in Australia. And of course, the Adelaide game against Utah will actually be on NBL.TV because it clashes with Melbourne's game on at the same time at Toronto. But Adelaide against Utah, an opportunity not only for the Adelaide players but for all the teams going, for Melbourne, Perth, Sydney, New Zealand and Adelaide to mix it up with those NBA stars.
Case, that's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic experience. I think it's great for the league itself here to know that we can get out there with the big boys and do and compete with them. And I think the experience that they bring back here to Australia is absolutely incredible. So.
We saw Melbourne United do so well against OKC there
last year. I know. And they had them on toast there.
And they came back. They played Adelaide and won, went overseas to the NBA and came back directly after that and played here again. And Kyle Adnam came out and shot the lights out.
Well,
he was just buoyant after saying, well, hey, you know what?
I know. Unbelievable, man. And you know, the guys come back, you know, and they're feeling good. They just played against some of the guys who we read about and talk about and watch on TV a lot. And then they just played against them and they come back here full of confidence.
To come. We've got 5
good situation.
They lost by 21, but backed up with a win by 7 over the New Zealand Breakers in Ballarat on Saturday. And we saw DJ Newbill with a game-high 24. He hit 5 threes in that game. And Trimble found his feet as well with a game-high 5 assists added to his 23 points. So we expect that the imports and, of course, some of the other Australians new to the league are going to take a little while to adjust. Andrew Bogut had foul trouble against Adelaide. And he's going to have to make some adjustments to his game as well. Shot clock to 5 here as Ramon Moore spins baseline.
Whoa. Man, that was a tough shot there.
Off balance.
He can do that, though.
He still hits the target. The other end, the coast to coast. Nice finish, Mello Trimble. Just 1 of 4 from the field in the opening quarter, but he's starting to warm to the task here, Mello Trimble.
Yeah, I think LA have to go back to what they was doing in the earlier part of the game, and that is that make them play the game from the perimeter. They did a good job in the first quarter, making them play the game from the perimeter. I think how they got their lead, but do a better job.
Multiple substitutions. Kenny, Lowe and Newbill check out of the game. Young Gerlina in for the first time as well for the Taipans. So here's Sobey, top of the key, as we move inside the last 4 minutes of the first half. Coughed it up, gave it straight to Gerlina. He's a man they can't stop at the moment. Mello Trimble protected the ball well there against a good defender to come up with another 2.
That's a good tough move inside.
Drimmick, guarded by Gerlina. Now more down low with a height advantage here on Mello Trimble. Oh, got past him too easy and throws it down.
That looked like a small Moses Malone type move.
It was pretty.
Yeah, it was.
And there was the earlier where he just a little off balance, falling to the floor, but somehow controlled the shot. I don't know if you can teach that. You've just got that.
Yeah. You know, Ramon can do something because he can get you from transition. He can get you on outside. He can post up. So he's a tough proposition for most defenders.
Hits it from De Leon. Shot clock to single numbers. Harry Frolling against Loughton. Youngster against the old ball here. Frolling's fall away, rattled around the rim. Wouldn't tumble. Gerlina with a rebound off and running. Exploring with it. Now picks it up. Young. Trimble. Oh, pass. Look away into Loughton. Rejected by Moore. Drimmick wants to run, got it from Wiley. Is Frolling in support, doesn't need any help.
That's a good move. Great move. LA puts a lot of pressure on the. They come in numbers.
Here at the moment, Anthony Drimmick had 7 points in the opening quarter. And to the free throw line. He had his troubles last season from the stripe, but in the blitz he was 10 of 11 against Perth in the last game, but I've talked him out of that one there. When he first arrived here back from college, he was an exceptional free throw shooter.
Yeah.
Then he missed a few and then started to get the yips and started to think about it. Here's Loughton baseline, firing over the top of Drimmick. Good job Frolling holding off Mitch Young there. Here's Moore penetrating, attracted plenty of attention. He's off to the free throw line.
Good job. Good job of being aggressive going to the basket.
Last year, Anthony Drimmick was just 57% from the free throw line. When he arrived here back from college, he was a 90% free throw shooter. And It's amazing how you can lose your way and then the confidence goes. And interestingly, Idris DeLeon, who we see there, during the NBL Blitz in 3 games, he did not miss a free throw. Went a perfect 11 of 11. He's banking them off the window.
As you know, Case, it's all psychological, man. You know what I mean? All psychological. Sometimes guys second guess themselves, lose their mojo, and
bit like a good golfer in putting, where you can get the
exactly right.
Loudon from outside knocks down the 3. The big man knows about that. It's a great season last year, Alex Loudon. He averaged 13 points a game. 10th season. And plenty of games where he lit it up, make some adjustments. And of course, Cam Glidden, who came here in Adelaide, the game we were talking about just prior to Christmas, where he hit 7 threes. But while he's got range as can't connect, Trimmick the rebound. Inside the last 2 minutes of an entertaining first half here from Titanium Security Arena in Adelaide. Opening night, launch night for the 36ers.
Like while he's starting to heat up a little bit here. Showing his repertoire inside out.
Back-to-back baskets. They have to give him a little more attention. So the margin out to a game high, 19 points at the moment. And this has been impressive. Already the half century for Adelaide while restricting their opponents into the 30s. So Devon Hall is off to the free throw line. So mentioned, a 23-year-old. Averaged 5 points a game playing the Summer League for Oklahoma City. Came out of the University of Virginia, the Cavaliers, where he was under the tutelage of Tony Bennett, one of the best coaches in America. So he's going to be a high IQ player, Devon Hall. And they went 30-2 in his last season there. And
wow.
The Taipans, of course, have got a history. He obviously wants to get back to Oklahoma in the NBA, but Scotty Wilbekin, who was in Cairns, ended up at Philly. And of course, more recently, Torrey Craig played in Cairns. And full credit to Aaron Fern, what a great coach he has proven to be, and now moved on from the Cairns team. But getting Torrey Craig, what he did in Denver, I mean, he looked fantastic last year.
Yeah. And you know, Case, that's the one thing about basketball. It's like sometimes with the NBA, it's like a revolving door. You got guys go overseas, play a couple years, and then go back in the league, leave the league, come back overseas. Like a revolving door.
Right time.
You're exactly
so
right.
much of it, isn't it? And there are players here in Australia who haven't had an opportunity there that you know are better than some of the players you see in the league, or even ones that have played here in the NBL that have gone back to America and found their way into a team. So we should be very excited about the talent that Australia has, particularly as we look forward to. Dad Bruce used to have some great battles. And you've spoken to them recently.
It's so good to see him. I caught up with him in Vegas and all the rest of it. It was so good to see him. And his son is doing very, very well and all the rest of it. And I like how he played the game. He's definitely going to be an asset for Philadelphia.
He's had to bide his time. And of course, drafted by Philly and then spent time overseas, but now being back in the NBA, I think we're really going to be excited by what he brings to the table. I think he will start for Australia at next year's World Championships. That's how good he is. We've got a little over 90 seconds left here in the first half. Adelaide against the Taipans. Jack McVeigh's checked back into the game for Adelaide. 3 young Australians out there, and McVeigh, former Australian under-19 captain, down to Frolling. 2 Queenslanders going at it. This time their teammates. Well, Frolling just short-armed that. Couldn't get it over the front of the room. Look at Trimble run. Trimmick's there to greet him, but Trimble likes his chances, and that's why.
Good look. Good stop and pop.
Enterprising stuff from Melo Trimble. Now Frolling down low, working on Krisilovic. Shot clock rolls to 6. Lob pass was off the mark. He wanted Wiley, but in found Devon Hall. He's got Trimble to his left, joining Kwani from the other side, and Devon Hall finishes it off. And the Taipans just trying to fight their way back in this. Back-to-back baskets, and Wiley stripped again. Devon Hall with McVeigh. Takes them on. Trimble steps inside DeLeon, over Frolling. It's short. Loose ball. Trimble keeps it alive, but he's in traffic. He may have stepped out of court. That was good pressure from Frolling and DeLeon in tandem.
It was. Fantastic. Now they need to get back to what they were doing. They're giving up some easy baskets at the moment. So defensively, they got to get their focus back. I like to see DeLeon become a little bit more aggressive offensively, though, a little bit. He seemed to be a bit quiet at the moment.
in Adelaide's 2 losses in the pre-season to Perth. It took some time to find his feet, but getting better with every game.
Yeah.
Certainly that last game against the Wildcats in the NBL Blitz where he had 23. He showed that he's got plenty of skills. And here's Drimmick again with a reverse and earning a chance at a 3-point play.
That was good recognition by Drimmick. Realized he had the slower man out on the perimeter and getting him to the basket. So I thought that was good recognition for Drimmick. Good spacing too by Adelaide.
Anthony Drimmick earned a 2-year extension to his contract just a few months ago. Last season averaged 7 points a game. Right on half-time, an entertaining first half concludes with Adelaide leading by 15. Adelaide 55 lead. Mark Davis, my co-commentator, what did you make of that first half? Entertaining.
I thought it was very, very entertaining. I thought Adelaide did a great job defensively and all, and they got out and ran. They played their style of basketball. So, as far as controlling the momentum of the game, I thought Adelaide did a much better job than Cairns.
Certainly honours with Adelaide here at the moment. Jacob Wiley impressive in that opening term, along with Drimmick, who both had 7 points. And we'll bring you some more stats.
Reckon that men.
All right, we'll take a short break. We'll let you get into something a little more comfortable. It's half-time here in Adelaide, a pre-season game. It's the 36ers with a 15-point lead. Adelaide 55, Cairns 40. Tell your friends to get on the Facebook page of the Adelaide 36ers to watch the second half, and we'll have more for you. And welcome back to the Titanium Security Arena for the second half of this pre-season clash in the National Basketball League between the Adelaide 36ers and the Cairns Taipans. Adelaide led by 10 at quarter time and by 15 here at the half, 55-40. I'm with the chairman of the board, three-time championship winner with the Adelaide 36ers, Mark Davis, and we've been impressed so far with both teams, but Adelaide just getting the upper hand.
Case, you know, the thing is, I thought Adelaide had to play defensively. They made Cairns play the game from the perimeter most of the first half, and I think Cairns need to do a better job maybe trying to get the ball inside now and being a little bit more patient offensively. But look how Adelaide and all the rest of it, they're not in the first pass, so they're making Cairns play where they just playing from down. So, and Adelaide can do that to you. They can change the whole complex of the game, dynamics of the game by getting up and in on you.
Well, they were 3 of 15 from long range, the Taipans. Oh, nice finish. Sobe sneaking back door and coming up with a flush.
Showtime.
Well, that's exciting for Adelaide fans and NBL fans in general to look forward to this season. Here's Loughton with a reverse to get Cairns' first points in this second half.
I think Cairns got out of jail there a little bit. So, good defense by Adelaide, a lot of pressure.
Racking up high numbers again, the 36ers. That's what we love about them. Get out, run, have some fun, and challenge the other team to try and keep pace with them in terms of scoring. Wiley from the top of the key. Caught the front of the rim, and it's tipped in.
Wow.
Daniel Johnson.
I like him. He give you a lot of different looks. Give it to you inside and out.
It's Devon Hall firing, the left-hander from the Taipans. Wrestling Lowe and Daniel Johnson. Lowe's going to be called for the foul here. And
wow.
It's going to be his second personal. Look at Sobe.
Sobe got some mad hops, man. Mad hops. I remember when you used to get up like that, Casey.
If only. So I had to resort to the commentary position because I just couldn't get that one. But Sobe certainly can. Here he is now putting it on the floor with the elevation. Can't complete it. Low the rebound. And now Trimble. Been impressive. 10 points. He leads the Taipans scoring so far. And he's done it inside and out as well. Daniel Johnson and Anthony Drimmick with 11 points. Led all scorers at half-time. His DJ Newbill protected the ball well. Wiley worried him out of the points. And last touch from Newbill. Let me see again. Nathan Sobe. That's almost his signature move now.
I know. Just throw it up at the ring. Let the man go up and get it.
So Sobe with the ball carrying duties. Think about it at the moment, and now picked his pocket. Nice work. Mello Trimble takes on Sobe, steps through, off the window, couldn't finish it. Loughton rejected from behind by Daniel Johnson. So good hustle, good recovery from Adelaide, and now Ramon Moore in traffic. Has to pass. Sobe on the end of it. Got it from Drimmick. Can't complete it. Loose ball. Lowe and Johnson fighting for it. Spills to Newbill. DJ Newbill. Pass Moore. Confronted by Wiley. Hall goes. Pass from Loughton to get back. But now Moore. Got some. Uses Drimmick. Cuts hard to the hoop. Adds another two. 13 in the game now for Anthony Drimmick to lead all scorers.
Well, that's what Adelaide does best. They run the floor. You got to get back on your heels.
And Lowe hands over to Newbill. Now Hall to Trimble. Shot clock to single numbers. 3 minutes played, term number 3. This pre-season fixture. Trimble elevates, caught it deep. Lowe tried to tip it in a little too strong. And now Ramon Moore. Look at Adelaide run again. Johnson first man up the floor. Moore made some room for himself. Trimble didn't appreciate the contact, but he came up empty. And now Newbill was looking for Lowe, and he found him eventually. But sometimes it's better to be lucky.
You know, the thing is, I don't think that they got a lot of stuff in transition all game long. So that was a good look for that. They probably need to get more of those.
So Adelaide, 18-point edge. Now a chance. No, they've coughed it up. Wiley's lost it. Loughton with it. Just don't have the speed of play that Adelaide has, though, in transition at the moment. Taipans. Newbill got Drimmick in the air. In fact, Sobe it was, and adds another 3.
That looked very, very smooth there.
Nice work from the Taipans. They cut a 20-point lead back to 15. 4 minutes played here, but Drimmick working back door, found another opening.
There you go. Great job in spacing the floor and back cutting by LA.
That's Rob Lowe. Nice finish from him. The other end, Drimmick with the layup, now with 15 in the game, and off to the free throw line.
You know, as a defensive player, you get so upset with yourself when you know you just probably lost your way just a little bit and let a guy back cut on you and get an easy deuce on you.
Makes the extra. So 16 in the game for Drimmick. He's coming off a 28-point haul against the Wildcats in the third and final game of the preseason blitz in Ballarat on Saturday. And last year he averaged some 7 points a game. I wouldn't be surprised if he that this year, Drimmick.
I agree.
DeLeon for McVeigh. Sobey. Back to DeLeon. Shot clock works to 10 for Adelaide. Guarded by Newbill. Addressed DeLeon. Looks a screen. Worked into traffic. Good D here from the Taipans. McVeigh with a reverse adds 2 more. Paul, the left-hander, works on Sobey. Now with a non-preferred right hand. Nice finish from Devon Hall.
Yes, it was.
DeLeon penetrating, a little out of control. Has coughed it up. And Hall feeds Trimble down low to Low. Newbill, that's off the mark. And Drimmick grabs the rebound. Certainly been up tempo.
Yes, it has been. You know, you gotta love how LA play the game. They're very entertaining to watch. They will have 1 through 10 players, and all the rest of them on any given day they can drop 20 on you.
It's a nice weapon to have if you're the coach.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Shot clock to 10. Taipans come up empty, and DeLeon for Drimmick. Wiley in support. Kicks outside. They find McVeigh in the corner. Works inside. Newbill can't complete it. Good strength from Drimmick there, wrestling with Devon Hall. And Hall is called for the foul. Doesn't like it. That'll be his third personal.
Competition for ULA 36 is back in game. Harry Froling.
Repeat what you've done in the final, but
very good enough.
Newbill brings the Taipans back up the floor. Inside the last 4 minutes, term number 3. An entertaining preseason fixture. They've coughed it up. Drimmick against Trimble. Hands over. McVeigh. Easy 2. And that's a speed of game I was talking about. Adelaide just keep running it back down at you and put the pressure and challenge you.
If you ain't coming to play no defense on Adelaide, you ain't playing it for 48 for the entire game, they're going to get you.
They're going to get 100 or more.
Yes, they're going to get you.
The Trimble shot clock to 5. Kenny, well, needs to go up, but he's coughed it up instead. Here's Deng. McVeigh joining in. DeLeon gives him some space. Just a little off balance. Deng didn't get the exact finish he was after, but it was still 2.
I know you would have wanted to throw that down, big fella, but a deuce is a deuce, as Case said.
So margin back out to 20. 3:06 left on the clock here in the third. And you'll notice our score and time clock sometimes just a little out of sync. And just some concern here for the Cairns Taipans. On that play face, DeLeon just came into contact with Mello Trimble, and Trimble is down. Mike Kelly just working with the referees here to...
Looks like a little slow getting up there, so I think he might have taken...
He appeared to get his legs tangled up with DeLeon. There it is, just off the ball.
Yeah.
But he's back to his feet and moving nicely now, Mello Trimble, so that's a good sign.
Yes, it is.
He's able to walk unassisted to the bench and doesn't appear to be in too much trouble. So there he is. certainly just feeling the effects of that for the moment, but he was walking quite smoothly, so it doesn't look like it's anything serious. And that's perfect, because the last thing you need is to get a key player, one of your imports, injured in the pre-season.
Yeah, exactly right.
Already, and without Lucas Walker and next to Koenig Drew, and no Nature White tonight. He's on the bench, but
that might be a very interesting look once they actually get their whole squad healthy. That might be a very interesting look group. They'll be a little bit different than what they look like tonight.
The Taipans.
Shaq Daddy.
Yeah, he only played the 5 games last season. Just a handful more. Krilisovic fires, couldn't finish it. Froling, quick outlet pass. Deng takes them on once more. Quick release, gets his own rebound. He's padding his stats.
Wow, yes he is.
Offensive rebound and then the 2, he said.
I know the feeling, Deng.
Is that how you got those impressive numbers? Mark Davis, one of the all-time greats, Australian Basketball Hall of Famer. A legend here in Adelaide and right around the league as the chairman of the boards. Love watching him go to work. And I mentioned a little earlier the amount of work that you put in at the state league level as well with South Adelaide. 5-time championship winner with them. I think of the Woolacott medal 5 times. So not only on the NBL, the national stage, but you really did a lot of work and hard work and time and effort back into the state league here as well. It's a credit to you.
Yes, I've enjoyed all my time here playing basketball in South Australia. It's been absolutely fantastic. And playing for South Adelaide was absolutely fantastic. I think it helped me out on the NBL quite a bit to build some form up.
Well, he's Froling, just marching into the paint, called for the offensive foul. Knocked down.
You know, he looked a little bit like his dad there.
He did.
All right, Shane.
Well, when he had 28 points and 27 points and 18 boards and was MVP in the QBL final for Townsville, I think Shane was saying he looks a little bit like me now. Great player, great servant of the NBL, Shane Froling.
Yes, he was.
And another great character. Here's Newville, open for the 3. Flat-looking shot, couldn't finish it. Froling. Reels in the rebound. I like his work ethic. He's improved with everything that we've seen. We've been to training a couple of times here in Adelaide during the pre-season as well. And he seems to be, of all the players, perhaps McVeigh fits into that category as well. I guess as the younger players, but they seem to be on a steep learning curve, but improving.
Yes, they are.
So here is McVeigh, former Australian under-19 captain. Great basketball pedigree as well. His mum played for the national team. Deng, shot clock at 7 from the elbow. Can't complete it. Mitch Young, he held off Froling. Keep it alive though. And Adelaide will get possession with 6 on the shot clock and a little over a minute left on the game clock.
You know, a lot of the difference in this game is that Adelaide, what they're doing and all the rest of it, they're actually denying the next pass. And so therefore they're making Cairns play the second option of what they want to do. And they guard you way past the 3-point line, so they're not letting their ball handlers actually get it back a lot when they actually let it go. And so they're making them play the game from the perimeter quite a bit. So Cairns maybe need to a little bit and try to get some stuff inside.
Adelaide dominated the boards in the first half as well. The rebound count was 21-13 at halftime. They did turn the ball over 14 times to 8 in that first half, but when you play up tempo, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be turnovers. Harry Froling helps himself to another 2 after having 4 in the first half. And pressure up the floor here from Adelaide. Only token pressure though. McVeigh still harassing Kenny. De Leon provides the double team. A little over a minute out from 3/4 time. Adelaide with a game high 24-point lead. By 10 at quarter time, 15 at the half, and continue to power away here against an undermanned Cairns Taipans outfit. Kwani can't complete it. Young from close range can.
In case you mentioned 14 turnovers early. Knowing Joey and all the rest of it, regardless what they do today, I'm sure he's going to let them know that is not acceptable. Joey wants to play the tempo game he wants, but he wants less turnovers as possible.
So more free throws to come here. Majuk Deng, we've spoken about. He's 83% from the free throw line last season. Very good free throw shooter, and averaged 7 points a game in the regular season and got it up to 14 in the playoffs. And with extended minutes, that may be the worst free throw he's ever taken.
Yeah, look a little bit like me there, Deng.
Now he composes himself. Make the adjustment here. That looked a whole lot smoother.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
So 23 is the margin, 40 seconds out from three-quarter time. As you can see, pressure up the floor on the Taipans. Kwani for Loughton. His pass for Devon Hall, the left-hander fires. Caught it short again. Oh, nice offensive rebound from Mitch Young. Just lost his footing though and had to retreat. And they've got the shot clock down to single numbers again. Here's Devon Hall with an on-preferred right hand. Can't complete it. Rebound and reaching in. Foul's going to be called on the Taipans. It's their third team foul. In fact, no, they are over the limit. Adelaide have 2 in this quarter, so free throws to come here for the 36ers. Just a little confusing. The jumbo screen has Adelaide as team A and Kansas team B, but on the sideline bench where the scorers are, it's reversed around the other way. So it's at a degree of difficulty for the commentators. But Mark Davis, it's been a pleasure to have you join us in commentary here on the Adelaide 36ers Facebook page, and we trust you're enjoying our coverage wherever you may be watching. It shows how much basketball is progressing. We saw games at the NBL Blitz on Twitter, live on Twitter, and as I mentioned, the upcoming NBL versus NBA games are going to be streamed on NBL TV and also available to the NBA League Pass people, and also on ESPN here in Australia as well. And it builds the reputation of the Australian League as well. To have so many, have 5 teams over there playing NBA teams is outstanding. Yeah,
I think it's absolutely great.
And the Taipans looking for the last play of term number 3 here, down 23. Scored only 13 points in this quarter. Here's Kenny taking on the taller McVeigh. Never looked likely. Young can't complete it. McVeigh just can't get enough on the shot for a three-quarter quarter on the buzzer. And Adelaide are coasting at the moment. They enjoy a 23-point lead here with 1 quarter to play. It's Adelaide 76, leading Cairns 53. 21 points to 13 in that third quarter. Remind our viewers that the Taipans are a little undermanned, but take nothing away from Adelaide. Tonight they're launching their season with all their corporate guests here. The Adelaide Lightning played a little earlier as well and were presented to the crowd at half-time. But so much hard work is being done by the club, as we spoke about earlier. Ken Cole coming back into the fold as president. I spoke with him during the half-time break as well. He's very upbeat about what's going to happen here in Adelaide this year.
Yes, it is. And you know, the one thing about Ken is that he's going to always bring his enthusiasm and motivation all down to the floor. And he's going, I'm sure he got a million stories that he can tell and pass on to Joey and the rest of those guys about his experience with basketball. And he's such an experienced player as well as a coach. And I think Adelaide, the 36ers, is definitely going to benefit by having Ken be part of the group like that.
A lot of people here in Adelaide would be aware of Ken put a lot of work in with Mitch Creek and a lot of work in with Nathan Sobey last.
I can only go on also to my experience with Ken, is that he makes the game fun and he keeps everything simple. It's not a science to Ken. He keeps everything simple. He makes players feel good about themselves, and he gives you a lot of freedom. And most players, especially the real talented ones, they love a little bit of freedom, individuality, you know what I mean? And Ken is very, very good in that way.
And I guess some parallels in that with the way that Joey Wright goes about his business as well.
Correct, you're exactly right.
So, fourth quarter about to get underway. Daniel Johnson 11 points, Majuk Deng with 11. Anthony Drimmick leads all score. Took them all on. That was good cover D there from the Taipans. Whistle provided and free throws to come for Adris DeLeon.
He's been a bit quiet tonight, but I'm sure as the season go on, he'll probably fit in and understand his role and understand the system that Joey got him in, even though I'm sure he has quite a lot of experience with Joey. Yeah, be interesting in all the rest of it to see, and all the rest of it once the season starts, how he makes the adjustment.
This didn't start tonight, Andres. Jerry Wright electing to go with Sobey and Ramon Moore, Anthony Drimmick, Daniel Johnson and Jacob Wiley. But there's no doubt he is a great scorer from the Dominican Republic. Saw him crack 50s, and there is the banked free throw that he loves.
Did he call that?
He does it every time. As I mentioned, 11 of 11 at the Blitz. And he's going to provide a lot of entertainment for the fans around the league this year. It's a good point you make, though. You have to call that when he's taking free throws.
Call. You can't just shoot that, man. You got to call it, man.
Nice finish there from Mello Trimble. He's up to an even dozen. But Adelaide with a healthy buffer as McVeigh works down low, fires over Loudon, connects and draws a foul. And Alex Loudon shakes his head. Didn't appear to be a lot in it, right in front of our commentary position. But I've never seen a big man who does feel like there was a foul there. And as you can see, after the release, referee was right there. What a character he is as well. You might see him getting around Adelaide on a little 50cc scooter. And I'm telling you,
you mean they got one that can fit him?
204 centimetres he is, Jack McVeigh, and he's on this little scooter, and it is amusing. Keep your eyes out. Not sure if the coach and the front office staff are going to be too thrilled about him getting around on something like that while he's having a bit of fun.
You got to see the young man. He might be very economical.
He says $4.50 a week for petrol, so he's happy with that. So Adelaide come forward again. De Leon, lob pass for Sobey. He's been used sparingly tonight, but been impressive when he is on the floor. And there's more evidence of it.
That looked very nice.
Adelaide out by 29. 84-55 is the equation. Got a little over 8 minutes left on the clock. Timeout call. The Cairns Taipans are going to open their campaign in the National Basketball League on Saturday the 13th of October. For our Cairns viewers here tonight, they'll be in Brisbane on Saturday the 13th. The first home game is in the second round on Sunday the 21st of October, so put that into your calendar as they host Illawarra. And then on the Friday the 26th of October, Adelaide go to Cairns. And we know that the Orange Army up there in Cairns do such a great job of providing great atmosphere, and their record at home has always been outstanding. They feed off the crowd, much the same as is here in Adelaide, which is renowned for the fan base we have here. And when this place is loud, Mark Davis, you played in front of it, it just give you tingles even on the floor.
Yes, it is. The Adelaide crowd is definitely a sixth man. When they get vocal and they get into the game and all the rest of it, you know, the guys just feed off that, and it takes them to a whole different level. So for opposing teams that's coming in here, you got to keep the Adelaide crowd out the game. If not, you let them get into it. You got your work cut out for you.
Well, as I mentioned a little earlier, Thursday the 11th of October, Adelaide hosts Perth here in the opening game of the season. It's the opening night with a game also in New Zealand with the Breakers playing. And Adelaide will host the Sydney Kings. They actually play Sydney away on that first weekend on the Saturday the 13th. But the following Friday the 19th, the Sydney Kings arrive here with their star-studded lineup as Rob Lowe peels off another triple for the Taipans. But an opportunity to see Andrew Bogut, any opportunity is always great. And of course, former South Australian Brad Newley will be back in town. They are loaded, but they've got to pull it all together, Put.
Yes, they are. I mean, that Sydney team on paper, they look quite impressive.
Well, you easily can argue as Trimble goes to work, draws a foul, he's off to the stripe, that on paper it looks like the best team ever assembled in the National Basketball League. But they need to translate that into performances on the floor, and that's easier said than done.
Yes, it is, and all the rest of it. But as far as having the tools, they got the tools to work with, so it's about them coming together as a group. If they can come together as a group, then you're going to have a lot of teams got their work cut out for them to deal with them.
Well, you won championships here in Adelaide in 1986 and again in 98, 99, back-to-back. Was there a best team that you played for out of those 3 championship-winning sides?
Out of those, you know, I loved all of them. But the team that had the most fun that I had with was the 86 team. But the 98, 99 team and all the rest of it, far as us coming together as a group, that group was absolutely fantastic. We was all there for each other in every set of circumstances. We supported each other, and everybody did what we sacrificed a lot. Sacrifice is the name of the game. All right, so got to check your egos at the door. It's about sacrifices and all the rest of it, and all of us coming together for a common goal. And that's what we did, and that's the one beauty about how I love playing with that team.
Well, to quote my great commentary pal, Corey Homicide Williams, teamwork makes the dream work.
Bingo. Bingo. You're exactly right.
Here's Dilly on top of the key, harassed by Kenny. Has to give it up. Deng bounces into Lowe, who's going to be called for the foul. He's a big body and hard to get past. Shout out quickly to the former Adelaide 36ers player, championship winner with Lucas Walker, who's watching tonight. Can't suit up for Cairns, but he's following the game on Facebook and getting in touch via Twitter. So we look forward to seeing Waxy back in action. He was great here in Adelaide, a real fan favourite.
Yes, he was. They love Luke here and all of that stuff. He's such a tremendous athlete, but also too, I thought he was great as a team guy too as well.
Here's Kenny. Speaking of former Perth players, coughs it up under pressure. Wiley has got Sobey running for him into the corner. Gets a chance to measure the 3. Can't complete it. And over the back, Newbill did better than Brendan Tees. Grabs the rebound. Now Kenny bounce pass. Good ball movement from Lowe. It's just a little oblique there, but it's reeled in by Mello Trimble, who fires over Wiley. Can't connect, and again they're settling for that outside shot.
Yes.
In the absence of Nature Y. They're trying to get it from outside rather than in the paint. Took over 3 minutes played here in this quarter. And Wiley wheeling and dealing. Look good off the hand. That's another 2.
You know, the thing is, Adelaide is playing the way Adelaide want to play, and I think they've taken a little bit out of, they've taken Cairns out of what they would like to do, and I think that's the difference in this ball game.
That's a good point you make. But here's Newbill with 7 on the shot clock. Line drive triple for DJ Newbill. He is a baller. Here's Wiley. Extends the left hand, can't complete it, but off to the free throw line. And again, Adelaide challenging Cairns to come up with something at the defensive end. They are relentless, Adelaide.
Yeah.
Running the ball.
Those guys attack the basket, so if you got to be back on your toes when you play against Adelaide, because they got guys and all the rest of it that's willing to run all day, all night.
Wiley played 5 games with the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA and spent time with Long Island in the G League as well, where he averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds. Summer League with the Dallas Mavericks. He is a very exciting commodity, and I think he's going to attract a big fan base here in Australia in this NBL season. This is Trimble. There's pressure up the floor from Adelaide.
Adelaide's back in that 1-2-2 zone, 4-court zone press. And this is the kind of stuff and all the rest of it I think Cairns didn't handle too well in the first 3 quarters.
Devin Hall was good from deep there. None of 5 in the first half from long range. Here's Wiley again putting pressure on the rim and drawing a foul. More free throws to come. What was made last season of Adelaide being able to get to the free throw line, but they challenge you.
Oh, yeah.
They do take a lot of free throws, but they challenge you.
And the way they challenge you, because they very aggressive going to the rack, so they change the dynamics. They get guys in foul trouble, teams in foul troubles. You got to change how you play the game now. And yeah, Adelaide make you play them. The best way you can deal with Adelaide, if you can make them play the game from the perimeter more, then they getting the ball and transitioning and running the floor and getting the ball inside. Then the thing is, I think that's the best way to deal with Adelaide. But if you let Adelaide do what they do, and this is what they do, they put They got a full court 1-2-2 trap zone, and what they do, they make you play the game faster so they can get back out and transition fast. Make you shoot a crap shot.
Well, look at this. They've got Cairns right out of their stuff here. 8 on the shot clock. They don't look likely to get a shot up. It's going to be in a busted play. Trimble
again
fires, comes up with a 2, but that was hard work.
Yeah, that's right. So Adelaide can live with that if you're willing to make those shots all game long.
They're going to have to earn it. Here's De Leon, picks up the dribble. Wiley, go-to man at the moment, between the legs, takes on the shorter Trimble, who did well. Good defensive pressure there. Got a piece of the action and prevented Wiley from getting an effective shot away. So Trimble's a two-way player. He's not just going to jack up shots and make numbers. He's going to play D as well by the looks of it. As Newbill takes it from Hall. 5.5 minutes remaining here in this pre-season clash between Adelaide and Cairns. Hall with an on-preferred right hand. Young with the tip in. Well, that was easier for them.
Yep.
De Leon in traffic, attracting plenty of attention. Now Wiley, he's got numbers on the other wing. Froling got Young in the air, goes to work, thought he was going to throw it down.
Big fella.
Newbill prevented the dunk, but Froling came up with the 2 nonetheless.
Yes.
Now Newbill at the other end. He fires. And whistle on the play as well.
Good hair fake by the big fella.
This has been an entertaining night. It's the launch of the 36ers season. If you've just joined us, we had the Adelaide Lightning playing a little earlier, and they were introduced to the fans here at halftime. Crowd in excess of 2,000 in the house, which is great for the 36ers, who provided us with so much entertainment last year, making it all the way to the grand final and going to Game 5. And Nelson Larkin's onto the floor for the first time tonight as well. The Cairns forced the error. Hall with support. Kraslovic can't finish it from close range though. And a chance now.
I think Nelson worried him out of that shot.
He did a good job. Now Froling pulling the trigger on the 3 as well. Caught it deep. Newbill the rebound. Johnny Wright starting to use some of his bench as well, but it's taken until 4 minutes left in the game for him to feel comfortable about doing it. Froling hands over to Nelson Larkins. Onwards they move it for Johnson. Now McVeigh to the foul line. Pops, can't complete it. Young wrestling with Froling, who gets the better of him in traffic. Wants help behind the back to McVeigh, if you don't mind, and he's fouled and off to the free throw line. He's a tough cover, Jack McVeigh. 209 centimetres. He likes to consider himself a guard. I think most people consider him a forward. But he's one of those athletic and confident youngsters who thinks they can play it anywhere.
That's always the big man fantasy. Every big guy wanted to be a guard. But then again, you get the guards who want to play in the post a little bit.
Always terrific band between the guards and the forwards and the centres.
Yeah, that's right.
Playing one another's role. But Jack McVeigh, obviously Joey Wright's pretty keen on him. Signed him for a 3-year deal coming out of the University of Nebraska. As I mentioned, under-19 captain for Australia. And just a great player at the youth level as well. He was national championships for Queensland, averaging 28 and 9 in the juniors.
Wow.
And so I guess on those numbers you say, yeah, he is a guard and he is a scorer and he is a forward, but he's only 21 years of age, 204 centimetres with a great wingspan. And Joey seems to love these type of players that can create mismatches.
Correct.
And then you've got the D, you've got your opponents scrambling about where they go and what they do.
That's right. He loved those interchangeable guys who can, if he needs them to go ahead and play, bring the ball up the floor, guys and all the rest of them who can go in the post when they have to, guys who can shoot the ball from the perimeter, guys who run the floor. Joey loves all that, and because Joey plays a switching type of defense, so he wants guys to be able to handle smaller guys if they had to, and that smaller guys can handle bigs if they needed to.
I guess Ramon Moore is a perfect example of that. He can do it all. Maybe one of the most versatile players in the competition. Ramon Moore, best sixth man in the competition last year. Adelaide by 21 inside the last 4 minutes, and the harassing D right to the end here forces another error.
There you go.
And Joey's up out of his chair with some more instructions. It's only half the job. We've got it off him. Now we're going to score at the other end, I think is the message. Wiley.
So as you can see, they got their bigs. They can bring it up the floor. They can help. They can release a lot of pressure up the floor if they need to. They don't need their guards to bring it up all the time.
All right, sportsmanlike foul called here. Continuation waved away. Nelson Larkins called for after he was dispossessed. Tough time. Nelson Larkins loves every minute he plays, but when you're brought in with 4 minutes remaining on the clock and things are going smoothly straight away, you've got to make things happen. There you see TJ Newbill just picking which way he was going.
And you never like that. You never like a guy to pick your pocket like that.
It's a 20-point ball game. Taipans with possession. This is Trimble. Been impressed with him and also Devon Hall.
That's deep.
Rattles around the rim, wouldn't fall. Young putting pressure on the rim. Newbill gets it back again. Trimble is not shy, fires again. Couldn't get over the front of the rim. Now Larkins with Wiley out and running. Beats Johnson, firing, can't complete it. TJ Newbill, well, he fits that bill of those multi-purpose players as well.
Correct.
Rebound well, great passer, dangerous from outside. Will post up a shorter guard as we're about to see here against Nelson Larkins. Good luck, Nelson Larkins. Scored that a little deep, and here's Young grabbing the rebound. No continuation. Foul called on Adelaide, and they are over the limit, so we're going to have free throws. In fact, that's their 4th foul in this term.
I think Larkin did a pretty good job on that defensive stop. No, didn't let him just back him all the way down, which I'm sure that's what he wanted to do. So I think he did a pretty good job making him shoot a short jumpy and just see exactly what happens from there.
So here's Newbill. He's earned his paycheck tonight. Single numbers on the shot clock, reaching in. Now Adelaide are over the limit, so free throws to come for the Cairns Taipans. They've stuck with it tonight, Cairns. They trailed by 10 at quarter time. They were down 15 at the half, 23 with a quarter to play. So they've won this final term. And Adelaide, as we know, high scoring team. They racked up 97 against Melbourne at the Blitz last Thursday, and then on Saturday had 98 against Sydney and 108 against Perth.
Wow.
Drumick went off for 28 and Idris Deleon had 23.
Yeah, they can get some numbers. They can get some numbers.
So here's Johnson, another development player. We haven't seen a lot of Daniel Johnson tonight. Frolling, happy to pull the trigger on 3 more. Can't complete it. Kwani gets the rebound, then Newbill. So 2.5 to play. Cairns finishing the stronger as Adelaide runs some of their bench, and another foul. So more free throws to come. And while we've got a break, an opportunity for us just to mention your camps that you do with the kids here as well.
Yes.
markdaviscamps.com.au for those here in South Australia and or beyond that would like to get involved.
Yes, we got a fantastic camp. We got well over close to 300 kids that come down every year. Get coaching from all over the country to come in and be part of our coaching staff. The Sixers, Lightning, all has been part of our coaching staff over the years, and they'll be there again with us this year. And it's a fantastic camp for kids between the ages of 8 and 17 to come down from beginners all the way through to elite. We have an elite program also too for our much advanced kids too as well.
And I know you take these kids overseas as well.
Yes, we do. So we take them overseas. We also bring them all down here to the 36ers game. We'll be here on the 12th of January, and we present them to the crowd for the work that they've been able to put into and try to inspire these young kids and all the rest of it to continue. And also, too, our camp is built around the life skills that's associated with team sports, such as adversity, decision-making, all the things that they do in the game, trying to make them a better person.
Yeah, well, that's the key, isn't it? More important than a bit of basketball,
Very
make
much
them a better person. And full credit to you and your team that go about it, Mark. markdaviscamps.com.au for all the information that you need. Shot clock to 4 here. Newbill rejected. You get a piece of that, I think. Akol Deng. He's off the mark, and Adelaide will come up with possession. As we move inside the last 2 minutes of what has been an entertaining pre-season game before the 36ers head over to the United States to play Joe Ingles' Utah Jazz. Monte Exum, here's Larkins. Hard at it, worried out of the points. But Adelaide are going to get it back. Taipans can't control it. But Adelaide are going to be playing Utah on NBL.TV. It'll be local time here in Adelaide, 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, the 6th of October. So Saturday week. And of course, ahead of that, Melbourne, Perth, Sydney and New Zealand are all playing games in the USA as the NBL versus the NBA 2018 gets underway. 7 games against 6 NBA teams, and you'll be able to watch them all on ESPN. Apart from the Adelaide game, which is on NBL.TV, because it clashes with the Melbourne versus Toronto game. And the NBA League Pass people will be able to watch it on there as well. And I think that's an indication of how well the Australian League is considered that ESPN are carrying it, NBA League Pass are carrying it. So we're legit.
I think the NBL and all the rest of it, their brand here in Australia has reached international level, and everybody recognizes the NBL from around the world. So the NBL is on the right track, and all the rest of it to make that brand more appealing. And the players that they got coming over here, wanting to come over here into Australia, has absolutely been fantastic. And the Australian talent is on the world stage level.
Saw some highlights online of Ben Simmons in pre-season, and given what he achieved last year, it's hard to believe that he's going to be better. But on the evidence that I've seen, not only is Ben Simmons going to be better than he was last season, it is a quantum step that I've seen in some of the vision online that's getting around. He is looking more and more like LeBron James every day, and LeBron has even acknowledged that. You're
exactly right. And you know, when LeBron first came in the league, everybody talked a little bit about Ben Simmons' game from the perimeter this year. But LeBron was the same way when he first came into the league too as well. And you look at him now, and he's like this, he's unstoppable. And I think Ben Simmons looked like he's heading down that same pathway. So he's going to be a tough person to deal with in years to come. So we wish him all the best.
10 Australians in the NBA this year, so much to look forward to. Adelaide's Joe Ingles, star with Utah last year. And man, did he play
shooting
well.
them treys, wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
So, and he's just a great team player as well, so to look forward to. Here's Johnson, baseline in traffic, forces it up, gets the roll as well. He's on the score sheet.
Good job, young blood.
He said, "That's me, coach.
That
was me. You want to give me some more minutes?" 90 seconds to play here. Adelaide by 21 after they started this term in front by 23. Newbill, good penetration, opens up for the outside shot, but it's deep from Kislasovic. Double team Frolling, he gets it out for Johnson. And McVeigh, working baseline in a confined space, couldn't work a shot away. Larkins can't complete it. They crash the boards. Cairns get the better of it. And DJ Newbill, well, he has not stopped. Shows the professionalism of him as he feeds across court. A shot there from Chirolina off the mark. Johnson wants to take them on, draws a foul, gets it done. Oh, nice finish. The fans are loving it.
Great finish. Tough move by the youngster.
Aggressive, being rewarded. A great co-commentator, Steve Carfino, often told me, you don't get your name in the paper for passing.
No, you don't.
You want to get and score.
Even though it's necessary, you don't.
Leave it to someone else if you can, Put. Here's Gerlina. He wants to score as well from the elbow, can't complete it. And McVeigh the rebound off for Johnson. Is growing in confidence behind the back. Fires over the top, this time off the mark. Kislasovic hands over for Newbill. Shot clock some 5 seconds inside the game clock. Young attracted plenty of attention, forced into error, he's coughed it up. Now Johnson. Adelaide looking to reach the century on this play. Larkins with the last shot of the game. Adelaide for the century. Larkins top of the key. Looks for the penetration, wraparound pass. It's come unstuck. Three-quarter court shot to the finish. Won't fall for Christian Gelina. For the Adelaide 36ers, to the delight of the fans who climbed to their feet, he had prevailed in impressive fashion. And in the final analysis, they've got home here by 24 points. It's Adelaide 99, Cairns 75.
Case, I think Adelaide did a fantastic job of playing their brand of basketball. They look very, very impressive tonight. They looked like a team that's been around each other and played with each other for quite a while. So they look very, very good. So don't look like they need to make too many adjustments right now. They right now playing their brand of basketball, and this is what Joey, I'm sure, love to do.
Well, having their full crew certainly helps. We know the Taipans undermanned tonight. We saw Nate Charwai there, unable to suit up tonight, and no Lucas Walker, no Dexter Koenig drew for them at the moment. So they came in undermanned. Adelaide, as you can see, all smiles bouncing off their NBL Blitz pre-season win. So they are up and running at the moment. And there's a lot to look forward to, just the enjoyment that they play with. And key to success, everyone's going to be happy.
Yes, a very exciting team to watch. Everyone loves to see teams that score. So I'm sure our fans and all the rest of it will really, really enjoy it. And everybody around the league, when Adelaide come into your town, they're going to know they're going to see a good quality basketball game.
That's right. Well, for Adelaide fans, it starts here on Thursday, the 11th of October, as they host Perth. And for the Cairns fans, Adelaide will be up there on Friday, the 26th of October. First home game for the Taipans, though, is going to be in round 2 when they host Illawarra on Sunday, the 21st of October, and Adelaide up there on Friday, the 26th. So a lot to look forward to for the Cairns fans, and also here in Adelaide as well. Mark Davis, it's been a pleasure to have you on board here. Really enjoyed your commentary, and it's always great to catch up with the chairman of the board, one of the all-time greats here in Adelaide.
Case, always my pleasure, man. It's so good to see you again, dude, man. Love to hang out with you, man.
Me too.
All right.
Look forward to doing it again when we get a chance during the regular season. And it's been a real pleasure to work with you. And that just about wraps it up here from Adelaide. 36ers 24-point winners. Trust you've enjoyed our live coverage on the streaming and the Adelaide Facebook page. Get to a game if you can. Make sure you watch the NBL on Channel 9 and Fox Sports. And we're going to enjoy a fabulous season.
Sounds good. Beautiful.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Adelaide winners here tonight by 24 points. Just very quickly, I might be able to tell you, as I've been handed some stats. Top scorers in the game, Anthony Drmic finished with 16. Likewise, Mello Trimble with 16 for the Cairns Taipans. But it's Adelaide 99, Cairns 75, as we say farewell from Titanium Security Arena.